Hey, what's up? So I got the call to make more astrology content. So here I am with a video on, these are placements that I have, but I feel like it might relate to anybody else out there who has the same placements. It's easier for me to kind of go over astrology content in this way, and I don't want to be boring and make all my videos about astrology and just go Aries and Taurus and Gemini. So I'm giving this video about moon in the 4th house, moon in Virgo, or if you have a Virgo 4th house. And this is from a psychic's perspective, meaning that I'm not going over the traditional attributes of the sign. I'm going to touch on it a little bit, but I'm mainly tapping into the spiritual gifts and abilities that you may have if you have these placements. So jumping right in. Some key words for the moon: emotions, sensitivity, instincts, and habits. The moon correlates to or kind of rules over the subconscious mind. The moon deals with the water element and rules over the chest and the stomach area in the body. Moon also means soma, which means body, right? And I personally always correlate the moon to the sacral chakra, right? So keywords for the 4th house. The 4th house is the area of life that deals with family and the home. The 4th house kind of touches on the mother, right? And the 10th house would be the father, or the person who played the mother role in your life. That's what the 4th house talks about, or gives kind of some information point towards. So the 4th house also rules your private life, the most private parts of yourself. This is where your secrets lie, in the 4th house and the 8th house, right? The 4th house also touches on your ancestry, your roots, and your lineage. And some keywords for Virgo. Virgo is a feminine sign. It is mutable earth sign. It is analytical. It's about order. It's very detail oriented and organized. Virgo is the sign of service and health. The sign Virgo deals with the gut and the intestines. So the moon in the 4th house. If you have moon in the 4th house, right? Spiritual gifts you will have spiritual gifts that deal with memory. So the 2nd season of Undone on Amazon Prime, I'm not gonna spoil it. You can look up the trailer for this. But they find out that the sister has spiritual gifts, and her gift is that she can access people's memories. And so it kind of starts off with her only being able to do it when somebody around her is thinking of a particular memory. And as the show goes on, she's able to just tap, like anybody she's around, she can tap into their memories and fully access them to pull information out of them. The moon and water in general holds a lot of information. It stores memory. And the moon traditionally rules over Cancer, and it deals with memory. People who have placements in this area have a really good memory. So moon in the 4th house, you will have spiritual gifts that deal with memory. You may be into inner child work, doing inner child work for others, because the 4th house also rules psychological foundations, right? So you may be really into inner child work for yourself or others. You may be into past life work, right? Because I talked about how the 4th house deals with ancestry, roots, and your lineage. So you may be somebody who gives past life readings or ancestral work. So you're able to connect others with their ancestors or help them make ancestral altars and things like that. Your main clara would be clairsentience. So this is clear feeling. So how you receive most of your psychic information is through what you feel. You have the gift of really tapping into the emotions of a person and drawing information out from that space. So from their emotions, from their memory, you can really tap into those parts of a person and pull out of that space to help divine, right? This is the empath placement, right? Because everybody's an empath, but if you have moon in the 4th house, you may be more empathetic than the next person. Moon in the 4th house, these are healers and kitchen witches. So the moon rules over nurturing. And what is one way that we're all nurtured, right? Through food. Everybody loves to eat. So cooking and food is often associated with the moon. So if you have moon in the 4th house, some of your spiritual gifts might deal with healing through food, healing yourself or others by making meals. And this can also lead to you having clairgustance as a psychic gift. So that's clear tasting. You might taste like your grandmother's pie or somebody else's grandmother's pie or something like that, and you're able to relay that as as information to divine, or say like, you know, your grandmother's present with her. I just tasted her sweet potato pie, and the person will say, oh my gosh, she used to always make it for Thanksgiving and whatever else, and then you get into that and help divine information from there. All right, and now moon in Virgo or Virgo 4th house. So if you have moon in Virgo or you have a Virgo 4th house, you may be really into herbal remedies. Some of the other spiritual gifts that I said earlier may apply here too. So you may be really into past life work, ancestral work. You can definitely have clairsentience as one of your gifts, but you might be more drawn to herbal remedies. And one of your main gifts would be claircognizance, because Virgo is ruled by Mercury. So you would have just a clear knowing. That's what claircognizance is, right? But you can also have clairsentience and clairgustance as well. You might be really drawn to working with herbs and plants. Moon in Virgo, I would say that you are emotionally connected to the land. So this requires you to do lots of elemental work, and with an extra emphasis on the earth and the water element. So working with crystals, you can use pendulums or crystals to help you divine. You can use tree bark as just a remedy to ground yourself, or you maybe want to bring that into your space, just collecting bark from certain trees. You can work with sea salt and water. So just having bowls of water around the room. You can also scry through water as well. And then working with teas. So you may be somebody who reads tea leaves. And I put oil diffusers here as well because oil diffusers use water. So that's one way I like to cleanse my space or bring new energy into my space. Moon in Virgo or Virgo 4th house, you are emotionally connected to animals. You will receive a lot of messages from animals and insects that cross your path. So I know I'm always seeing dragonflies. I just saw a wasp when I started doing this video. I'm always seeing different insects and animals that are giving me signs. So for example, last night I went out on a walk. On my walk, before I even left like my house, really, I just walked out the front door. I saw a frog. Then I kept going. It was like 9 p.m. at night. I saw birds flying, like 3 or 4 of them, and they were doing all these cool tricks. Kept going, and I saw 3 deer, right? And just in the middle of the neighborhood. And then on my way back home, I saw a black cat. So I kind of put that together as to what it meant for me from what I felt and what I was seeing these animals do. Like the 3 deer, I felt were like a family, and I've been calling more on my spirit team, my spirit family, my guides more. So I kind of put that together and like had that mean messages for me, or saw what messages came out of seeing those animals and what it meant for me. And I didn't look anything up, which is because like I wanted to so bad, and I always I always do whenever I see animals or insects. I'm always like, what's the symbolism of this or the symbolism of that? But a part of being on this path is really trusting yourself and trusting your first impression, right? So Moon in Virgo, you're emotionally connected to animals. You receive a lot of messages from animals and insects that cross your path. Practice connecting with animals telepathically, whether in dreams or waking life. You will feel most of your psychic sensations in the gut because Virgo rules the gut, right? And your gut will always act as confirmation for you. So be very careful with your diet. I'm sure most of us Virgos are very picky anyway and just won't eat just anything. So definitely keep up with that. Cleanliness is very important. Cleansing your energy, your space, your auric field multiple times a day. So I know my fellow Virgos, we are clean freaks. We like to wipe things down. We like to vacuum all the time. We like to keep everything organized. The same way that we do this with our external environment, we need to constantly visualize ourselves keeping our energetic space clean, keeping our field clean, removing any debris from our auric field. So I love to use Palo Santo, right? And that's like wood, so that kind of ties into working with the earth element. Or like I said, oil diffusers, using sea salt. Definitely just cleanse your energy, cleanse your space, your auric field multiple times a day. Use visualization to do this. And it is very important for this placement to just allow themselves to feel and trust what we feel and know. Like I said, like I wanted to look stuff up so bad, but once I really put the messages together and sat with them, I didn't need to, right? And so it's important for us to kind of start developing that within ourselves, because that kind of lets our subconscious mind, our higher self, know that we are in tune. We trust our gifts. We trust our intuition. We trust what's being given to us. So then we get more messages in this way, because we're not always looking to something or someone to confirm it for us. We trust what we feel. We trust what we know, even if it's hard for us at times to do so. So it's important for this placement to just allow themselves to feel and trust what we feel and know without needing proof. We often try to analyze our feelings, right? If you have Moon in Virgo, you don't, like, how we process our emotions is by overthinking them, analyzing them, trying to make sense out of them, right? So we often try to analyze our feelings, which causes a lot more mess and headache than if we were to just feel them. I be in a like terrible ass mood, just be sitting down all day trying to process my emotions. It anchors them instead of just letting them flow through us, right? We sit there and we try and dissect it, and we're just trying to do so much with it instead of just letting it flow through us. So that is my video. And I hope you guys find something out of it. Comment what you would like to hear me talk about next.